Hello everybody, welcome to what's considered the field-based courses, which are HRD 685, 687, 698, and 699. Looking down through the list of students that are in this class, I feel very comfortable in that most everybody in this class has taken at least one class with me, maybe two or maybe three classes. So I want to welcome back familiar faces and those that are new to this class. So welcome back. I am going to try to be brief with this introductory video because if you haven't guessed, all four of these classes, they're taught as one. This is really a support class. I am here to support you. I'm here to encourage you, meet with you, come out to your site if you're doing an internship, checking in on progress. But it's different than probably a lot of courses you've taken in the past. We have 4 discussion posts, brief discussion posts. We have 3 papers and then a final product. And it doesn't matter what course you're in, they kind of follow the same format. Even if you've had me before, which I think everybody has, you're probably familiar with the weekly videos along with the to-do list. You'll notice right from the get-go that there's not a tremendous amount of information. I came into content. Here's the navigation panel. We have the syllabus. Getting started in the course, the syllabus is here. Statements, syllabus statements, finding your balance, and meeting me. I don't need to go through the Brightspace that much because everybody in here has taken a class using Brightspace before, at least what I can see. So what I'm going to do is we're going to come down here, content and assignment links. Okay, so in here you can see content and assignment links. Look for discussion 1. Well, you don't really need to look for discussion 1 right at this moment. And what I mean is that in the first week, there's really nothing that you have to do officially online. And I'll show you what I mean by that. In probably previous classes, I had everybody do the introduction the first week. This week, I'd like you to get familiar with the site, pull your materials together for your independent study, your directed study, because next week, I will ask you in the first discussion post, I'd like you to introduce yourself to the class, but also give us, in effect, an update. Then I'll show you what's involved. So I have found, I've taught this class now a couple of times, I've found that there can be a tendency for students to get kind of lost in the shuffle or feeling like there's nothing going on. The purpose of this class is to just provide a place where people can check in, and you're going to be required to do some work on your end too, in addition to just say your directed study. So there's some tips from previous students how they manage this course, resources, distance ed, distance electronic library resources, feedback form, and we'll get into all of these. But what I'd like you to do, and you can see I'll go down, you see discussion number 1. Please do September 4th through the 11th. So basically that means in week number 2. I'll come down, you can see there's discussion 2, which happens in October. We have a synthesis paper, we have 3 of those. Discussion 3, end of November, early November, or October, November. Another reflective paper, a discussion 4. And then the final reflection paper, plus this is your final report. There is a product that's involved, especially if we'll talk more about this. Don't have to worry about this at this point, but if you said that you were putting together a workshop, a curriculum, a training manual, it is at this point, December 11th, that is due. So I'll get right to it now. Discussion number 1. This is for next week. Not this week, but next week. But as you can see, all of these materials are available. So if you want to get going on this, you can do discussion number 1. Just realize that probably people are not going to be checking on that until next week. So what I'd like you to do, introduce yourself. You know how to do that. However you want to introduce yourself to the class. I think there's probably going to be a lot of, oh, I saw the roster and it's so great that we are in the same class again with you. It doesn't matter who the person is, but I know there's overlap. Introduce your project internship for the semester. So I'm really interested in you giving us a synopsis of what you are working on. I'd also like you to tell, are you working on what course, meaning 698 directed study, or is it the internship? What do you hope to learn this semester? Share what you have already completed and or resources that you've found to support your work this semester. And then share any kind of support that you need. So that is really what we are doing next week. You don't have to do anything this week. I really would like everybody to gather the materials, put some thought into what you're going to kind of tell us here. And each one of these, we have four. Each one of these, we have four discussion topics. Each are worth 5 points. We come down. We have the learning synthesis paper. I'm going to click on that. So you can see these aren't tremendous. These are 700 to 800 pages, or not pages, words. Not tremendous. These are just what it says, learning synthesis papers. We have 4 of those. And then the final, I think, is 40 points out of 100 is actually the product. So that is it. I want to wish you the absolute best this year. For those that have had me before, which is pretty much everybody, please let me know if I can help. The check-in periods, the discussion forums are meant to be just that. I really don't want anybody to get lost in the shuffle. And then, so we have the discussion forums once a month, and then we have the 3 papers where you will, I'll give you the prompts for those, but those are learning reflection papers also. Any questions in the meantime, please let me know. I'm here to help. You can always call me, text me, send me an email. If you do call me, please leave a message, because chances are I will not answer it, because unless you're plugged in, which I know a couple of you are plugged into my contacts, so if you do call me, I see your name pop up. But for those others that have never called me, you're not in my contacts. And unless you leave a message, I don't know who it is. So that's it for me. 7 minutes, 8 minutes. We'll finish this by 8 minutes. I wish you the absolute best. You're honing in on the adult and higher ed program, and I congratulate everybody. I know people are in the Navy. I don't think we have anybody in the class in the last semester, but we have people in their second to last semester. I know a bunch of people are looking to actually graduate next spring, and this is one of the last courses that you have to take. My goal is to help everybody be successful, and we'll go from there. I wish you the best. Welcome to the fall 2020 semester. We'll see you online. Bye.